Each year, Americans observe National Hispanic Heritage Month from September 15th to October 15th by celebrating the histories, cultures, and contributions of American citizens whose ancestors came from Spain, Mexico, the Caribbean, and Central and South America. In this collaborative project, our superintendent of schools, as well as our student athletes, share with us what Hispanic Heritage Month means to them. Enjoy.
Good day, Peekskill City School District students, parents, families, and community members. My name is David Mauricio. I'm the proud superintendent of this great city school district, Peekskill City Schools, and wanted to take the opportunity to talk to you about a question that was posed to me, and that is, why is National Hispanic Heritage Month important to me? For me, it's important to think a little bit about the history of this opportunity for celebrating Latino leaders. And first, it began in 1968 with then President Lyndon Johnson, who created Hispanic Heritage Week. And then 20 years later, in 1988, President Ronald Reagan expanded it to a month. And the month was September 15th through October 15th. And so that is an important time for our nation to reflect on all the contributions, the cultural contributions that have been made, the hard work and diligence by leaders from Latino descent in our country, and to recognize the fact that many achievements have been realized in our country based on the hard work and effort of our Latinos in the past. And so it's very important for us to remember our history in relation to the fabric of this country. And they have been a great part of creating who we are today as a nation. And so for me, that is first and foremost what is important. Secondly, I think it's also important for us to think about the fact that we all have ancestors, and people from all different countries came to America from different areas of the globe and came here to pursue the American dream. And so similar to that, my father, who is from the Dominican Republic, came in his young adulthood to America to work and to pursue that American dream as well for him and for his family that he would have one day. And thankfully, my mother, or really my grandfather, brought my mother over when she was a young girl and her siblings to New York City as well. And they came from the island of Puerto Rico. And so they also came pursuing the American dream as well. And my parents met in New York City, and we were raised in New York City. I'm a proud graduate of the New York City public school system, and I'm alumni of that school system. And I thank them for all that they did for me, my family, and my friends as well. And so that's very important to think about the past as we think about celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month. It's also important to think about those in the present who are doing great things. And then equally important, it's important for us to think about our children and who they will become and what contributions they will make to our nation as well. I want us to think about, when I think about the importance of National Hispanic Heritage Month, I want us to think about the fact that our nation's history is rich in numerous examples of Latino leaders and ordinary people who have done extraordinary things. And there are many of them. And I ask our teachers and our families and our students to go ahead and pursue and research and find out who those individuals are. I'll speak about some general areas that we need to think about. One is that we have many leaders in the past who have paved the way for many leaders today, like myself and others. And we have leaders at the local level. So we have mayors and we have council members across this nation. We have state leaders. We have federal leaders who are elected officials as well. And that is a very proud thing for us to think about, all the contributions that they make and have made and in the future will make to make our country a great place for everyone. We also have to think about the fact that we have scientists and professors and physicians and people of all different medical in all different medical career fields who are from Latino descent. In fact, you may not know this, but we have a scientist who is a Nobel Peace Prize winner as well. So I encourage you to find out who these individuals are that I'm speaking about, and many, many more. It's also important for us to know that there are astronauts who are from Latino descent, male and female. And so to our students, I encourage you to go find out who they are. It's not hard to find. You can find them in a very quick Google search, and you'll find out who they are, and more importantly, you'll find out about their story. It's also important for us to know that we have currently a Supreme Court justice, the first Latina sitting on the bench in the Supreme Court. And it's very important for our students to know who that individual is, because she has paved the way for many individuals who want to pursue law and who want to pursue being a judge. And so we have judges at the city level, state level, and we also have someone currently right now sitting on the bench at the Supreme Court level. So find out who that individual is as well. It's also important, and this is where most people think about when they think about Latinos in our country. We think about the cultural icons, the actors, the actresses, the singers. All have a very important role. They have a very important voice in our country. They're part of the cultural fabric of our nation as well. They influence music. They influence movies. They influence a variety of different genres and books. They're authors. They're artists. We have rich history in the field of art as well, in many facets in that area as well. So find out who those individuals are, find a pathway that you might be interested in, and then and research who those individuals are. It's important for us to know who we are. And I always say this, it is important for us to know that we come from greatness, and therefore we are destined for greatness. And so that is a very important fact. And then lastly, I will say this, National Hispanic Heritage Month for me is a moment to reflect on all of the mentors I've had, all of the people who have paved the way for me to be the person I am today, the leader that I am, the community member that I am, the father that I am. And I want to say thank you to all those individuals, some from Latino descent, some from African American descent, some from Caucasian descent. Many people have wrapped their arms around me throughout my life and have opened doors and have taken a time to invest in me. And to me, that is very important to say thank you to those individuals. And then lastly, it is important for me to recognize my ancestry. It is important for me to think about my Caribbean roots. It is important for me to think about my family and ancestors who have paved the way for me to be who I am, and more importantly, for all of us to have the opportunities that we have, the opportunities to a free and public education, the opportunities to vote, the opportunities to live throughout this nation and this globe. And so it's important for us to continue that effort. And it is also important for us to look backwards and say thank you and pay homage to those who have been here before us, because we stand on their shoulders. And so thank you, everyone. I hope that you take an opportunity to learn about various Latino individuals who have been instrumental here in America. As a Latino American, I always think about who I am, and more importantly, who has been here before me, and say thank you. So happy National Hispanic Heritage Month. Thank you.
Hispanic Heritage Month means a lot because it's a month that shows how much Hispanic people have worked, and it's just important to everybody because Hispanics, we work for what we want, and it's very important to acknowledge that.
So it's important to honor them and give them the respect they deserve.
First of all, it's important to us because our parents, my parents are from Hispanic background or countries, and they love their heritage and their culture. This is our month to celebrate what's ours, what we represent, and what our families represent by doing food or gatherings. Well, not large gatherings, but gatherings, and it's time to get with your family through these tough times too, but also represent our culture and what it stands for.
I think we should honor this month of Hispanic heritage because it's they have like their music is elegant and their background history is flawless. Like they have countries in Spain and Dominican Republic, and they're like, you know, they're very resourceful to us Americans. You know, I like to dance. I like to do a little bit of their cha-cha or anything that they do in general.
En mi opinión, tenemos que celebrar la herencia hispana porque tenemos que reconocer muchas cosas. Por ejemplo, cómo vienen los inmigrantes a este país. Uno dice que es el sueño americano, pero es más trabajar por el sueño americano.
Should all celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month because I think it's important for us to learn about everybody else's backgrounds and important to see where like people came from and what their origin is.
So I feel like everybody should do it because, you know, you get different perspectives and it's just like really different in some ways.
That we celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month because we get to learn about our culture and where our ancestors came from and our family's background and sports that also contribute to Hispanic Heritage Month.
First reason is I'm Hispanic. All my family is Hispanic. I was born in Dominican Republic, and it's it's great to feel like I have a place everywhere and that everyone is included in their community.
Para mí es bien importante celebrar el mes hispano porque es bueno tener nuestra cultura y que la gente sepa qué hacemos y cómo nuestra gente cocina, qué son las comidas favoritas de nuestra gente y nuestros orígenes. Y bueno, es bueno que la gente sabe cómo somos nosotros y qué felices somos con nuestras culturas. Gracias.
It's very important we honor Hispanic Heritage Month so everybody feels included. I think with Peekskill we are very honored to have like a diverse school where everybody is welcome and included, and it's really fun to celebrate and see everybody else's culture.